And so this trail was really a huge genesis of confidence in myself, knowing, all right, I'm gonna be able to do literally whatever I wanna do. Welcome to the week. I've got 2 more hard weeks where we're really gonna push, and we are really gonna push this week and next, and then it's gonna be a couple weeks worth of tapering. I think that's gonna be a unique thing to me learning this race thing, is that's a longer taper than I'm used to, but it makes sense. So just got done with an upper body lift. I am headed to the track right now for my first of 2 speed workouts this week. We got 4 miles where I'll do 3/4 of a mile at an easy pace and then just get after it for a 1/4 mile. Repeat that for, again, like I said, 4 miles. And then I'm gonna go home, smash some food, and head to kickboxing. Nice session there. And just kind of keeping that blade sharp, kind of working on little details that I'm gonna want for whenever I get back in the cage and fight again. And then I think I'm gonna try to get a little bit of disc golf in as well. But the big story of the week is I've got my first like big hard trail run this week. So I've got 11 miles. I think it's just over 11 miles on this trail. And not only is it an 11-mile trail, it's a little special because I was less than a year out from getting my first leg, and my Not Dead Yet group, at the time it was called 1612, was brand new. It was the first time we got together. We went and hiked this trail. At this point, I don't even think I had covered over 5 miles before. And we showed up and it was covered in snow and ice. It was like the first big like mountain I climbed, you know, not like literal mountain, but like metaphorical mountain that I climbed as an amputee. Was I got the whole, I walked the whole thing, no problem, never fell, you know, terrain, conditions that I'm not supposed to be able to do a good job on, I did a good job on. And at that point I realized a lot of the advice and things I was being told to stay away from were not with good reason, and it has really done a lot to set me on my path there, as well as it was the first time I hung out with some people that have become some of my closest friends in the whole world. So that's obviously very cool. So like I said, we've got a big trail run coming, got some track work, and I think I've got either like 7 or 8 miles the day before that trail. So let's get after it. All right, well, that was a different kind of hard. Those 400-meter sprints were a little different. I also think I saw like around a 6-minute mile. I don't know, I haven't looked at the numbers yet. I'll post them here-ish. But no, that was a fun little change of pace. And every time I kind of work on something like that, where it's like a higher intensity expression as I'm learning a skill, that usually tends to help me learn and feel something and figure something out. So I'm actually really excited to see how this translates into my longer, lower tempo runs. But yeah, first track workout, first speed workout is done. And that sky, man, oh, it's just hard to beat. Love the arch right there. All right, so I'm pretty stoked about my run tomorrow. I'm doing an 11-mile trail run. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more of the story about the trail that I'm running tomorrow. But the other piece of the excitement on this one is trying out a new pair of trail shoes. So the Flux runners, love them. Flux trail runners, love them. But they're not really made for bigger distances like 15 plus miles, which is what I'm getting into. And I don't want my first run of that distance to be in those shoes, so I need to start breaking them in. So I got these pair from Nike Zagamas. They were really good sale. They were like 40% off. Saw some good reviews that people ran ultras in them, were very happy with them. Had another friend that said that he was on his second pair of these specific ones because of how much he loved the first one. So really excited to try those out tomorrow. Like I said, it's 11 miles tomorrow. I've got 6 miles I'm getting ready to step out for. I'm about to get my supplements set, and we will be off to the races. Other note on these shoes. Go figure, they get sold in a pair. So I've got 2 of them. I will only ever probably use the right one. So that being said, if you are an amputee, you are missing your right foot and you wear a size 12 and are interested in a pair of nice trail running shoes, I would love to send these to you. You cover shipping, but that's it. I will give you the other pair. If you want to pay for half of it, go for it, but I will give you the other one for free. As long as you cover the shipping, I will send that to you. Shoot me, leave a comment in here and I will shoot you a message and we will get that taken care of. And it just seems like a cool thing to get to do. Now let's go run. Just something about going for a run and going by and having some people smoking cigarettes and just blow it right in your face, right in the middle of the run. It's just, boom, got it knocked out. Man, that's, felt like I climbed another hurdle today. You know, it was a 6-mile run. It was supposed to be moderate pace, and so I went completely on feel. Like I've got my tracker. I know what my average pace was. I did a 9:41 average, which is a big step up. Pretty cool, but more than anything, it's the best I've ever been able to self-regulate on a run. That's something that I was always really bad at before my amputation. And so auto-regulation and self-regulating my run, that's pretty cool. But also knowing that I could put that effort out for an hour straight, to me, that's the value of the endurance. Like, running's the vehicle. Endurance is my ability to continue to put forth effort. This is why even if you are, say, a CrossFit athlete who does what most CrossFit gyms do, which is actually never tap into longer energy systems, this stuff provides you the base to be able to sprint harder, go harder in those shorter domains, and just simply your ability to keep putting out work. So, no, it's a very cool little run. The weather's nice, got a good little bit of sun. Got to go see another loop of the city, which I've not been shy about how much I've loved that piece of the puzzle. And man, we're rocking. 11-mile trail tomorrow. So we know the drill. Cold tub, calories, down regulation. Go check out one of these hats. I got this in 3 other colors, and I love this thing. It's so much more than I thought I would. Thank you. Yeah, let's go eat. Oh. All right, so just stepped in from the run, and like I said, like it's been kind of the tagline of the whole thing. It's almost less about the running as it is about the calories, getting that down rate, getting, the recovery stuff with the cold tub, and then, down regulation. So I've done some down regulation breathing, heart rate's moving down right where I need it to. But now it's prep for tomorrow. I like to do this prep as early as I can. So I don't have to do it at night. And so my evening can be as much relaxation as possible. Also, we are leaving early in the morning. My coach wants to go run with me. He wants to go hit this trail. I'm 1% think he's just curious to see how I actually do this. He's been the good kind of curious when it comes to working with me as an amputee. It's been pretty cool. And so we're going tomorrow. We've got that 11-mile trail. And so like I said, calories though, people think preparation, it's about, having my leg out, and it is. And it's about having my clothes out, and it is. It's little things like that to make the morning go easier. But honestly, the biggest thing in preparation is the food, it's the calories. I just ran 6 miles. I'm gonna run 11 tomorrow, and it's not a normal 11. Running 11 the way I just ran today would probably be much less taxing than what I'm doing tomorrow with hills, terrain, and environment. So it is crushing carbs for the rest of the day, making sure I'm getting my protein, but I am going to be hammering carbs. I'm going to take that lunch I've been doing, and I'm going to load it into a couple tortillas and turn it into a couple of burritos. And my wife is helping me out tremendously, which is also really, really helpful in this endeavor. So that's another big piece of the puzzle here is understanding if you are just your average gym goer, the whole, post-workout window seems to have been like, if you're, I'm 34, I started training, early 2010, and there was a lot of discussion about getting this anabolic window that existed. And I think that there's maybe a little bit to it, but timing is a lot less important for just your average gym goer. Where I'm trying to put back-to-back efforts in, I got to start getting these calories in as soon as possible, especially because I don't want to find myself needing a lot more food after like 7:30 p.m. because now that's gonna mess with my sleep. The whole thing about total myth about if you eat late at night, it's going to make you gain weight. No, calories in versus calorie out is always true. It doesn't matter the time of day. The problem with eating right before bed, especially bigger calories, is now your body is conflicted between two processes. It needs to digest that food, and you're trying to get into a sleep cycle. So that digestion and getting into the worst possible posture, laying down to digest food, gets in the way of you getting into sleep cycles, and that's where we end up with very non-restorative sleep. So that's really a big piece of this puzzle. It is 1 o'clock right now, and between now and like 7 o'clock, it is fair, free game on food. I'm not eating junk, but I'm about to have steak, rice, beans, and a burrito. But so right quick, let's go get in the cold tub. Let's go get a shower, and I'm only going to take you on one of those. Stay tuned to see which one.
Quite possibly the least controversial thing that'll ever come on this channel in the form of an opinion, and it's, if you do not toast your burritos, that is a lack of self-love. All right, so all set for my run in the morning. It's going to be an early wake up. It's going to be a 4 a.m. Wake up. My coach, who I'm running with, he's going to pick me up at 5, and we're going to head out. So it'll be an early morning run, and be pretty sick. Get to watch the sun come up. But yeah, everything's all set up. Basically, I'm at the just add water phase. I've got my vest all set up. There goes my gel. I got my vest all set up. Just got to add water. I've got my G1M. Just got to add water. I've got my pre-workout. Just add water. And that is pretty much it for the morning. I've got these Nature's Bakery little fig bars that I'm going to bring with me to eat along the way. Combination of, I only want to eat so much to start, and I need to start learning how to eat during these runs. So now is where I'm going to start testing these things out. And that's what we got going on. It's bedtime, or it's almost bedtime. Getting ready to go wind down with my wife and call it a night. And I'll see you in the morning. Let's go, 5 a.m. Yeah. We are here. It is phenomenal outside already. I think it's like 70 degrees, but it's like a cool 70. And seeing 11 miles. Fucking beautiful. Almost there. 11-mile run today. I'm at 10.4. Last week was 10, or 2 weeks ago I hit 10.3, and that was my longest run ever. So now I'm at my longest run ever, and it's on a trail. It's cruising on in. 11 miles done. It is just after 8 a.m. and I am over 23,000 steps into today. Weird how that works. Man, that was an interesting one. The really good sign there was I kept my heart rate low. My average heart rate was like 136. I'll put stats here like I normally do.
I don't remember what my pace was, but it really wasn't that bad. I think I know it was under 12, which if we go back a couple weeks, I ran 9 miles on a track. We were around 12. A trail, you know, my coaches told me pretty consistently, add a minute to a minute and a half minimum for what you expect to lose. Pace-wise, again, I've said it, trail pace, road pace, not really that same thing. And so like everything's moving the right direction. I was ready for this trail to beat me up a lot more than it did. And to be honest, like get a huge mental victory. This felt like an 11-mile victory lap. So I'm 3.5 years into being an amputee. And so at the time, the first time I came to this trail, I was less than a year into having a leg. I was with this mentorship group, peer group that I'm a part of. Now it's called the Not Dead Yet group. At the time it was called 1612. It's been a really important thing in my life. And this trail, we went and walked this trail. The first time we all met up together, this was a group of internet friends that got together in person here in St. Louis. And we went on this trail. It was the first time we all spent time together. It's when we realized how special the group was. But for me as well, it was the first time in a decade I got to really like experience how capable my body was. Because from the time that I got hurt, it did nothing but really attack me. Everything I did, it sent massive pain. Everything was stop, stop, stop. You can't do this. Don't do this anymore. Please stop doing this. And after my amputation, I got out of pain. There was still a lot to deal with mentally around that. And this trail, it was covered in snow and ice. You see, it's beautiful here today. It was covered in snow and ice. I ended up hiking the entire 11 miles and change. Have no issues. Some super narrow areas, lots of uneven terrain, all the things that I got told amputees can't do, amputees shouldn't do. And so this trail was really a huge genesis of confidence in myself, knowing, all right, I'm going to be able to do literally whatever I want to do. And so to come back here and run it after it being like the first big thing I walked, just unreal. Just an unreal and just an amazingly positive experience to get to have. And, you know, these are the things that can't be taken away from you. These experiences. Just trying to let things change me.
All right, so for great reasons, I am redoing my little wrap up bit because I have a new announcement that I can talk about now. But just first off, I was just really, the couple days after that run, I had a lot more emotions about it than I expected. I didn't realize how important that hike was, and to like get back on that trail and actually feel some of those like visceral memories. Like I remembered certain sections about it, and I remember being challenged by this and having to figure it out, and here I am now a couple years later running it. So that just unreal. But here's the big announcement. Here's like the very cool, I'm very excited about it thing, and it's that I have been selected to join ROMP's 10th anniversary mountain climb in Ecuador. So ROMP is short for Range of Motion Project, and they provide prosthetics for unserved or very underserved areas, to include setting up a clinic in Ecuador. So I'm going to get to go to Ecuador for 10 days, maybe actually my first time leaving the country, and I will be climbing a mountain. Hopefully I'm going to get to spend some time in and around that clinic and just get to bring some really awesome things. So one of the biggest challenge of all of this, I don't think is going to be the training and getting ready for this, as I think I'm kind of pretty well already on that path and track. It is about upwards of $15,000 worth of fundraising that has to happen for this trip. There's a $10,000 fundraising prerequisite that I have to commit to for this. There's a trip fee, and then there's plane tickets. So I mean, it's a problem that I'm so incredibly fortunate to have, and I'm just really excited to get to share more and more information with this and about this as we go along. Get to share the training, get to share the trip. So that being said, there will be a link in the description if you have any interest in possibly donating. Don't think that it needs to be $1,000 donation to be meaningful. I plan to chip away at this thing over the coming months. That being said, if you have a company or work for a company that would like to contribute in a larger sum, I would love to talk to you and explain what we're doing more in depth, as well as provide you with like tax information. So if you would like to get a tax deduction for this donation, we'd love to make sure that that happens. So a lot of exciting things. I love having my next adventure lined up. I hope I continue to be this sort of person. You know, when I had the fight lined up, I was getting, you know, I got signed up for this race. And now that I'm getting ready for this race, now I've got this mountain climbing trip set up. And from there, we are looking at hopefully another fight by the end of the year. Man, it's a good time to have a good time. Thank you so much. And on the next one.